Welcome to Art for Film's Sake. I'm Stephen Reed, and this is The Mummy by Stan and Vince. Monsters. They smash the place up. They roar loudly, striking utter fear into puny humans. And in recent years, it seems, the bigger, the better. Fueled with obscene amounts of cash, CGI has seen film studios go size crazy. But it wasn't always like this. In the early days of cinema, filmmakers used other ways to make monsters feel big. The Universal Monsters series was at the very forefront of the genre, and without CGI, other ways were used to bring the fear factor. The monsters were nearly always played by actors, cast primarily for their physical appearance and presence. Having made his name in Frankenstein a year earlier, Boris Karloff was cast in the 1932 classic The Mummy. Playing both the enigmatic figure of Ardeth Bey and the ancient mummy of Imhotep, Karloff loomed large in every scene. His already striking appearance was enhanced with the aid of makeup, costume, screencraft and lighting effects, giving him an incredible screen presence. Stan and Vince have employed similar techniques in creating this ominous and unsettling, yet stunningly beautiful poster. It's a monster, all right. Karloff's Imhotep absolutely dominates the canvas here. And it's not just the scale of him that impresses. The way that mummified body has been brought to life amplifies his presence even more. Stan and Vince's unique painting style allows them to create really vivid textures. The cloth that binds that massive figure is convincingly ancient. It's wonderfully creepy. And peering down at us is that gargantuan head. It's here we can really see how shadow and light are such effective tools in creating a really intimidating presence. Stan and Vince have used them on paper every bit as successfully as the filmmakers did on celluloid all those years ago. They make that face feel so real and alive. But the artists don't stop there. That heavy use of shadow across his neck, the side of his head and right shoulder, combined with another looming shadow that rises up the hieroglyphic-adorned stone backdrop behind him, makes it seem that Imhotep is stepping out of that poster into our world. And it's impossible to avoid that chilling, hypnotic stare. The way those eyes have been drawn makes it so you're not quite sure exactly where he has fixed his sights. Is it us, or the damsel in distress, or both? And let's take a moment to take in that deliciously depicted damsel, shall we? Played by the strikingly beautiful Zita Johann, Helen Grosvenor is the object of his desires. She looks absolutely resplendent here in that ancient Egyptian regalia. Her submissive stance as she helplessly gazes back at the giant in front of her beautifully illustrates the erotic subtext of the film. And notice the way her hand appears to instinctively caress that massive finger, reinforcing the underlying sexual tension that exists between the two. I also love the way his hand looks like it's making a grab for those fantastically drawn titles. Are those beautifully laid out letters made to look like they're constructed from the same tattered strips of cloth that envelop Imhotep? At the same time, those titles are given a sense of weight and solidity because you can see the shadows they form on the pyramid behind them. Stan and Vince playing with our perceptions, perhaps? That pyramid is a smart choice because it not only anchors the composition, but also gives a suitably solid backdrop for those credits. And let's not forget that other credit block in the top right there. Beautifully drawn with an authentic 1930s style, it's a satisfying mix of capital letters and handwritten lowercase that really does mean it comes to life. When you stand back and feast your eyes on this amazing poster, you can't help but be in awe of it, transfixed by its powerful presence. Created by two amazing artists, it shows that you don't always need CGI to create a monster.